Okay, here is the ER room for you. Should anything happen, should anything not look right, go to the ER room. Okay, I think I'm ready. Welcome to the World Indices Speed webinar for Wednesday, the 17th of June, 2015. Warren Buffett finally discovered Australia. Full stop, new line. From the looks of things, it seems as if the US equities is starting to take notice of the positive negative clock a little bit more. Full stop, new line. Dow Jones Industrial Average, Dow Jones Transportation Average, new line. The Dow Transports really didn't have a fantastic day, but they did not break last week's low so far. So it feels more like it's in a range, and it may want to pop back up to 8,500 or 8,550, full stop, new line. So it's not super negative on this respect, full stop, new line. You would buy a break above 84.13 just to go along for the short-term ride, full stop, new line. Dow Jones Industrial Average, new line. We see a reticence of this market to close below 17,765, full stop, new line. A close below there would indicate increased negativity. At present, I don't see that. And theoretically, a reasonable rally would return to 18,093, full stop, new line. In our Dow Jones futures contracts that we are long, we got back up to 17,900. So you could take profit on those if you gamma hedged. And the orders are a little bit to take profit a little bit higher up as well. Full stop, new line. This does not mean sell in May and go away has gone away. Full stop, new line. I just think we'll see maybe a little bit of a movement up. Full stop, new line. S&P 500 cash index, new line. Again, this doesn't seem to want to close below the low of the doji, so we assume that it'll roll up, maybe towards 2138, full stop, new line. But the first area it should get to is around the 2106 area, full stop, new line. I do notice that the rally on the Dow is in accordance in volume with what I'm saying, that this is more likely a range, not shoot your lights out. New highs, full stop, new line. NASDAQ, new line. If you're going long on the NASDAQ, have a stop close only below 44.23 and have your hopes and dreams at 4,508 or 4,564. Full stop, new line. There is not a lot of need for getting too bullish or too bearish. Full stop, new line. Volatility index, the VIX, new line. Surprisingly, for a rally in the equities market on light volume, that would be unsurprising. The volatility index didn't really get itself knocked around. Still has the possibility of $16.93, but it's a bit shy at $16. Full stop, your line. VXX.ETF, new line. Aggravatingly, this came back after making a slight new high. At least we are long from okay levels, which is basically here. And we won't be raising our stop loss at the moment. Full stop, new line. TBT.ETF, new line. I wish I knew what was going on with this because these things have not been removed. We're still looking to buy a break above 50.50, and I don't know what's happening with this. Why it doesn't disappear. But I'm irritated at the moment. Like a ghost, keep on coming back. Okay. TBT, we're still going to buy a break above $50.50, and it might want to wallow back down to $47.54. So let's have an order down there. Now, there are some strange things that I think before I go to sleep. And I seem to remember that we do have a cycle which turns up in the US bond market from around about the 20th of June. I have to go back to the forecast, but that seems to be in my memory bank. NIB.ASX ETF. We are long the cocoa ETF. And let's raise our stop loss to $41.25. I still didn't get a chance to clean up that table, I'm sorry. I just wish I could actually get a time where the phone doesn't ring as soon as I finish these webinars and things aren't requested of me. I get buried really quickly after the webinars, unfortunately. And as you know, the questions stack up quite quickly while I'm doing the webinar. So now, DRYS. DRYS.ETF, new line. We didn't get triggered last night. We are still hoping to buy a break above 74 cents with the same orders, full stop, new line. GDX.ETF, new line. This still is doing the thing that I think it should, i.e. going down finally, full stop, new line. You will notice that it is making lower monthly lows out of the descending or negative triangle that it's continued to maintain, full stop, new line. This does not signal excitement for the gold bulls. Yet gold itself is just jiggering up and down on the spot, full stop, new line. German DAX, new line. The German DAX arrived at the right retracement area that I've been talking about. It slipped a little bit lower, but that's understandable, and it's held. So if you want to buy something, the German DAX would be a buy on a break above 11,288, or you could buy a little bit now with a stop loss below 10,809, full stop, new line. DJ Euro Stocks 50, new line. This also got down into the region of target that I thought it should get down to. The question now is, can it break its way above 34.90? If it does, get interested and you can buy it with a stop loss below 3,400 for maybe some increased talk of quantitative easing or some let up in the problems with Greece, or at least let up in the talks with the problems of Greece, full stop, new line. UK FTSE, new line. UK FTSE had a bit of a rush away from the lows, and you'd have to think after that doji it should return to 68.42 or maybe 69.30. So if you feel like having a nibble in the FTSE at the moment, it's still trending down, so it's only a nibble. You can buy some on a break above 67.56 or above 67.80, full stop new line. The stop loss would need to be a close below 67.02, full stop new line. Italian MIB, new line. I would love to see this hit 21,655, but it probably won't. It's not yet trending to the downside. What this would become is a buy on a break above 22,559 with a stop loss below 22,09. And that was 22,090. Stop. Okay, so is there anything we can see in China? See if that's changed. Oh, yes. Shanghai A shares index, new line. Shanghai A shares index continued to confirm a breakdown out of the struggle street pattern, and that would, in its biggest, deepest, darkest times, target somewhere down towards 4,344 and 4,147, full stop new line. The struggle street has given, and let's have a look at the yang. The yang is getting some friends. $74.35 is the target. Your stop loss is at $60.24. Full stop new line. Hong Kong Hang Seng, new line. The Hang Seng suffering from Chinese malaise and computer thought I said Chinese malaise, as in Malaysians. That doesn't work. And probably a bit of US confusion yesterday, full stop new line. It may be buy-worthy somewhere between 26,274 and 25,949 with a stop loss below 25,800, full stop new line. A better opportunity would be to buy a break above 27,083 with a stop loss below 26,604, hoping for first instance 27,330, second instance 27,811, full stop new line. Japanese Nikkei, new line. The Japanese Nikkei is confused about its existence. So let's say this is a B wave or maybe a fourth wave. The implication is that it goes higher eventually. The question is where it comes from. Does it come off 19,791 or does it just break through 20,500 and just keep going? Full stop, new line. If you are a fan of the Ginza district, then you would buy a break above 20,500 with a stop loss below 20,250, hoping for new highs. Full stop, new line. Australian Share Price Index Futures, SPI, new line. Yesterday, Warren Buffett discovered Australia. Full stop, new line. What Warren does, the sheep that follow Warren do also. Warren would do it, say all the fund managers and fundamental people. Full stop. And if Warren would do it, so should I. Independent thought is probably not favoured in the fund management area. Being a sheep that is fractionally better than the other sheep is seen as incredibly profitable and wonderful for one's ego. Full stop, new line. You also get taken to lunch more. Full stop, new line. At this point, what I see in the SPY is not a lot, but I do see a potential for a rally towards 56.80. If it wants to keep on going above 5,600, full stop, new line. If it can get itself above 56.80. I meant above 56.70. If you are buying, your stop would be, if you are long, your stop is at 55.29, full stop, new line. So there may be a little bit of overseas interest in Australia, full stop, new line. The Aussie dollar hasn't shown anything particularly, but if it breaks 78.20, it's okay and probably going higher towards 79.34, full stop, new line. Okay, so I'll drop the, we'll go on next and start looking at the Australian market. Do we have any other questions in the overseas in Europe? A little bit more positive at the moment. There's we have any other questions in the... Okay. Welcome to the ASX Speed webinar for Wednesday, the 17th of June, 2017. Yesterday was the day that Warren Buffett discovered Australia. And many fund managers like to do what Warren does. In Singapore, they call him Warren Buffet. I love the way they call it like that. Is like really affected. In any event, fund managers like to follow Buffett. Nice one, Kevin. So really, there may be a little bit more offshore interest in Australia than we would come to expect. And if that happens, then that would be on a breakthrough 5610 in the All Ordinaries Index. And we can expect it towards 5772. If you are excited about the All Ordinaries Index, then you might want to give it a wait until it breaks above 5630 for some increased exposure for a rally towards 5760 or 5772. At the moment, it has got, from the look of the charts, the feeling that it could go up or it could go down. When you look at it, clearly on its own, you can see that it could go up or could go down. Full stop, my line. At the moment, the US stock market is feebly rallying. and it's rallying on light volume, so we don't believe that it's going up and shooting the lights out. It's more likely in a range, full stop, new line. So we should believe the Australian market is probably going up, but not going to complete and follow through on the top side, full stop, new line. XJO.ASX, new line. Same, not different to the XAO, just the levels are a little bit different. That would be a break above 56.28, not 56.30, and a break above 56.10, not 5600, full stop, new line. Notice that the volume yesterday appeared to have lacked a lot, but that's probably because of the data that I'm getting rather than anything else, full stop, new line. XFJ.ASX, new line. Financials have behaved fairly well, and now it's up to them to get through 63.95, and then you can expect a rally towards 66.08, full stop, new line. Now, the cycles turn positive for the bonds and interest rates around about now, actually around the 20th of June, if I remember correctly, full stop, new line. So the financials, and I did think CBA was the best, and I'm still not convinced the other ones are going to be any good till the middle of July, but we are getting signs that the banks are worthwhile at the moment on a longer term investment horizon, but you have a downside risk of another couple of dollars into the $20 if you buy them, the second string banks now, full stop, new line. We still haven't seen Charlie Sawbum apologise or swallow his words. ANZ.ASX, new line. Investors time frame, colon, no change to the analysis. CBA.ASX, new line. Oh, that wasn't very smart, sorry. Intermediate time frame, Colin. On the intermediate time frame, we can see the weekly chart has broken up a little bit. We've got a higher weekly low, which is and a higher weekly high, which is the first time for a couple of weeks that's happened. And we see a close above $32.30 would be productive, full stop new line. So if you decide to be long, your stop can be below $31, full stop new line. Traders time frame, Colin. We can see that it's hit into the overhead resistance point at this time, and a break back below $31.90 should be a stop loss if you are buying this, full stop new line. Should it get a bit more of a kick along above $32.40, expect $33.42, full stop new line. So playing the banks is not as bad as it would seem, full stop new line. CBA.ASX new line. Investors time frame, Colin, no change to the analysis, new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. One moment, please. David Huntelo.
David Angus Corey from McGrath.
Angus, good. Can I give you a call back after about 10:30? I've just in a webinar that I do for people. Yeah, thanks, mate. On the intermediate time frame, we see a break up, which is good. We also see the low last week was on poorish volume. That's something I hadn't noticed before. If you are buying this, stop loss can be on a close on a weekly basis below $80.11, full stop new line. We did have our PHG trade buy on there. If you are still in there, congratulations. That's actually making pretty good money at the moment. And I guess we have to think about buying dips to get in with a seasonal trade, full stop new line. Traders time frame, Colin. On the traders time frame, it's banged into something and hopefully it can back off a bit. We do see a bit of an ABC pattern into some overhead resistance. If you are long, you could have your stop loss at $81.50. But more interestingly, probably is have a stop loss at $81.20. You would pick it up around $81.50. with a stop loss down there and just see how it went. Full stop my line. At present, the rally is not doing great shakes on volume, so we probably will have a couple of chances to buy on dips again. Where that is, I'm not sure yet. Full stop my line. Today, if it does break up through $82.80, then you could go with it with a stop loss below $81.90, hoping for $87.57 and a filling of that gap. Full stop my line. NAB.ASX new line. Investors timeframe, no change to the analysis. Intermediate timeframe, can expect a rally up to $33.28 if this is to continue. And if you are long, have your stop loss at $31.76. Full stop my line. Volume is still somewhat ordinary. Full stop my line. Traders time frame, If long, have a stop loss at $32.29. Full stop my line. It's still got a bit more capacity up towards $33.76. WBC.ASX new line. Investors time frame, no change to the analysis unless it gets above $33.80. Full stop new line. Intermediate time frame, On the intermediate time frame, we see an okay push up. If you are long on this time frame, stop is at $31. Full stop your line, and your hopes are for $33. Full stop your line. Traders time frame, The volume in Westpac was a bit more compelling than the other banks, which is interesting. I think that's because it broke above this little point here, and maybe you could get excited on a buy on a break above $32.77 with a stop loss below $31.70. Your target would be somewhere around about $35.31. Full stop your line. But again, in the back of my mind is it's still not the strongest until July, second week. Full stop your line. XMJ.ASX, new line. As you can see on the monthly time frame, this has broken down just by a little bit, not by a lot. Full stop, new line. It is still in a weak position. And generally it does like to go down until at least the middle of August, and if not November, as it did last year. It bottomed in the third week of December, actually. Full stop, new line. My belief is more that this market in the materials index likes to bottom in October, and I've given you a few different dates, but October is where China likes to bottom on its stock market. Full stop, new line. Now, China has had a massive run in its equities and now has confirmed a struggle street pattern breakdown. So we should be looking for a good decline in Chinese equities into October. And thereupon it will be a pickup for the next run up. Full stop, new line. That's all things being equal and no manipulation and no silly buggers going on. Full stop, new line. BHP.US, new line. BHP in the US broke up a little bit. I did talk about buying the breakup yesterday because that was flag-like pattern. If you did buy it, then have your stop loss at $42.56. Full stop, new line. Rio.US, new line. Rio in the US actually sogged off yesterday, which means that maybe they did a bit of selling of Rio to buy BHP. A bit of a pairs trade event. Full stop, new line. It needs to get above $44 to get itself interesting. Full stop, new line. BHP.ASX, new line. Investors time frame, no change to the analysis. Intermediate time frame, seasonally, BHP likes to bottom in November. And last year, it struggled even as to make new lows in December and January. Full stop, new line. So if we're going with the odds and we're going with the technicals, we don't want to be a buyer of BHP in a hurry until maybe November. Full stop, new line. That being said, if it does want to rally more, it could go up to $30.63 before a decline of some magnitude. Full stop, new line. So if you are tempted to go long, have your stop loss at $27.40. Traders time frame, Colin. We are coming up into a period over the next week or so where BHP does have a little bit of a rally, and it might rally up to $28.54. And again, if you are buying this, your stop loss would be at $27.50. Full stop, new line. Rio.ASX, new line. Investors time frame, Colin. No change to the analysis. No improvement to the confusion. Full stop, new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. A little bit further to the downside, below $55.50, would herald $53.83 to $53.57 as a target. Full stop, new line. Currently, the seasonals don't stack up for buying Rio until either late September, early October, or early December. Full stop, new line. Traders time frame, Colin. No idea why Rio got smacked around, but again, the seasonals do stack up for it going lower to those targets I've mentioned previously. Full stop, new line. XEJ.ASX, new line. Seasonally, this does not like itself into August and maybe November after mid-June. So in other words, what it likes to do is to top in mid-June and head down into August and possibly November, December. Full stop, new line. So the best idea is not to be too excited about this. And if you look at crude oil, you'll notice that for the past few months, it has, at least past a month and a half, it has lived between $56 and $62 quite comfortably, full stop, new line. You'll remember I did say that I think that it should have a rally into $68. That is still possible, but the energies index really doesn't have the patience for that minor rally, it would seem, full stop, new line. Pick an energy stock. No energy? Okay, let's do STO. Investors time frame, Colin. Investors time frame, Colin. Really nothing much doing on this. It's still negative on the investors time frame and still has the potential down to $5.72, full stop, new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. On the intermediate time frame, we see that heading down towards the end of July is what it normally likes to do, generally from about this time of year, full stop, new line. We see a pattern that is somewhat descending in nature, and you'd start to panic about this getting a further run to the downside below $7.75, full stop, new line. Traders time frame, Colin. We can see that falling in love with Santos has not been a great idea for a number of months. And for the last month or so, it's just been churning in a triangle which points down. So be careful and be scared below $7.70 on this triangle, full stop, new line. COR.ASX. Which stands for corrupt gas. KAR.ASX, Karoon Gas. Investors time frame, Colin. Oh, suffer ye little investors. On the investors time frame, I can't see a lot of reason to buy this. Intermediate time frame, Colin. You might get a little rally over the next couple of weeks before it goes down into January or March next year or April next year or into hell next year, full stop, my line. It needs to get above $2.60. And I'm speaking so negatively of it, it probably should bounce, full stop, my line. So it probably has a bounce over the next couple of weeks just to suck a few more poor unsuspecting punters into its fold before it falls over into the mantle of the earth, full stop, my line. Traders time frame, Colin. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it probably is ready for a rally on a break above $2.39 with a stop loss below $2.25, hoping for, say, around about $2.78 rally, full stop, my line. Although you want to raise your stop loss pretty quickly because if they see it rallying, maybe they'll do a rights issue or some other capital dilutive thing so they can get some money off you when they find out that you're a shareholder is actually bought in, full stop, my line. Is that what you were thinking there, Jonathan, the 5-wave structure, or you just been hoping? XGD.ASX, new line. Gold index, new line. Seasonally, gold has walked its way into the end of June. Seasonally, gold has walked its way into the end of June and tends to have a bit of a rally in July, full stop, my line. Maybe that's something to do with marriages in the warmer months in the northern hemisphere. I have no idea. But if you see the ones that have been hyper negative, hyper positive on gold starting to sweat and squirm and wriggle and wonder what they're doing, maybe if you've shorted gold, you'll take some profit on it. Full stop, my line. I'm still not in love with the concept of buying it, but notice that quite often June has been the low for the year. So I don't want to be negative gold index stocks or gold too much over the next 2 weeks to 4 weeks, full stop, new line. Pick a gold stock. Is it me or is it you? Who wants a gold stock? Surely we should be looking at buying one. How about we pick the, let's look at KCN. Okay, KCN. And then we could look at RRL. Oh, KCN. Oh, look at that. 5-wave structure, the downside. This is exciting. Okay, so KCN. Let's look at the weeklies. Oops, that's the quarterlies. Let's look at the weeklies. Okay, so it tends to bottom out around this time. So maybe we're interested in KCN. How's that sound? KCN.ASX, new line. Investors time frame, Colin. On the investors time frame, really the long-term charts are not pretty at the moment, full stop, new line. But generally we get a rally over the next couple of months. And so we should be starting to sniff around in Kingsgate consolidated, full stop, new line. It has probably been one of the more beaten up gold stocks that has rallied recently. And so it's been beaten up pretty well, and it's now down into support, full stop, new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. Clearly on this chart, we see this seasonal pattern, and we can see that it's currently sitting around some support. So how we would play this, we buy a close above 75 cents with a stop loss below 69 cents, full stop, new line. And hope for a quick flurry up to 80 cents, but maybe only as high as 85 cents if it really gets going, full stop, new line. Traders time frame, Colin. On this time frame, again, it's a break above 75 cents. And yet at present on the weeklies, it's sitting on some support where you can have a flutter on a LPHR with a stop loss below $0.69 stop close only. Volume on the decline has not been overly negative. So you're in that zone where it could be worthwhile having a flutter or a sniff on this stock. Full stop, new line. On the daily chart, we do see a little bit of increasing volume, so we can hold our powder dry if you really want to. And again, 75 cents becomes the operative breakup on the longer time frame, and on the shorter time frame, a break above 73 cents would be interesting. Full stop, new line. SAR.ASX, new line. SAR locked nicely into my target. And at $52.52.5. And as a result, we're still targeting down to the 36 cents or maybe even 32 cents in this one. Full stop, new line. And that, of course, was on the investors' time frame, Colin. Intermediate time frame, Colin. We see the target at 40 cents, 36 cents. We also see volume not being super negative yet. Full stop, new line. Generally, after a five-wave structure to the upside, you would expect 32 cents on the downside. So if you are consider buying this, you might want to lurk down at 32 cents to 33 cents for a reasonable sized position with a stop loss below 29 cents. Full stop, new line. It does feel like we're in the last couple of weeks of June, and so the gold panics happen often around this time. Full stop, new line. People hold on, hoping. Traders time frame, Colin. We see heavy volume on the downside. We see smaller volume when it ranges. Then 40 cents is the next target shorter term. And if you want to get bullish about it, wait for a close above 45 cents. You could buy it with a stop loss below 42 cents, hoping for towards 50 cents. Full stop, new line. PRU.ASX, new line. investors time frame, Colin. This is one of the stronger ones that we have seen so far. However, it's not necessarily in that greater position. It needs to clear through, say, 70 cents to be in a really good position, full stop, new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin, we see it sitting on the old top. So if you wanted to have a flutter on buying this, particularly on a break above 44 cents, you could do so with a stop loss below 36 cents, full stop, new line. On the traders time frame, we see there's a little bit more time up your sleeve if you're going to try and snaffle a bargain. That would be down at 33 cents. And your stop loss should be around about 30 cents. XHJ.ASX, new line. Do you know when you hold a party and you're waiting for friends to come and you're getting ready, and it really doesn't matter because you're getting ready, full stop. And then you hold the party and then you're just so busy that you can't enjoy the party actually because you're worrying about all of the guests and how they're going and whether they're enjoying themselves or got a drink or got food. And then people start to leave. And you're ready to have a party because people start to leave and it's a bit early, it's a bit still early for you. You're hyper because you've had the party and suddenly people are leaving and you're ready to party, full stop, new line. Well, this is kind of like the healthcare index to me. There's been a really good party, but people are starting to leave or they're either fallen over drunk, they've had too much food and vomited in your bathroom, or in other places you'd rather they didn't. You'd prefer them to vomit in the bathroom, really. And so it's sort of just hanging around, full stop, new line. It's a bit like that one boring person you want to get rid of, full stop, new line. So I'm wondering whether the fund managers are going, why did I buy all these healthcare stocks, question mark. We will see, but certainly they'll get worried below 1800, 18,000. a healthcare stock. SHL.ASX, new line. Investors time frame, Colin. No real change to the analysis I did on Monday. Still in a triangle with a positive bent. Full stop, new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. A nice move up. It's gone long, but it's really got to get through $21 and a little bit more to make a new high. After that, it will be at risk of falling over. Full stop, new line. The way I would see this is just still part of a bigger triangle. It still feels part of a bigger triangle. It just seems to blow its top off yesterday. Full stop, new line. If that is the case, we should expect another triangle and then a push up for the final one. Full stop, new line. Cam is saying SHL.ASX got downgraded yesterday. Now the question is, who downgraded it? Question mark. If it was Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan, you would discount that downgrade. Full stop, new line. If it was Credit Suisse, or maybe Morgan Stanley, you would think maybe that's a credible downgrade. Full stop, new line. If you are long SHL, your stop loss should be below $19.46. If you do feel like taking a little bit of profit, you can take a little bit of profit now. Full stop, new line. If there was a downgrade, it didn't really hurt the price as badly as you might think. Full stop, new line. I noticed that volume has been pretty good for the first 2 days of this week so far on this rally. Full stop, new line. And the next question is, was the downgrade after the close or before the close? Question mark. And as it was during the day, then it's fully priced in. Traders time frame, Colin. You would expect to dip down to $20.29 or $20.25. If you are long, have your stop loss below $19.90 on the shorter term. Full stop, new line. It still feels to me in a bigger triangle. Full stop, new line. XPJ.ASX new line, property index. This still does not give me a lot of joy. Or confidence, full stop new line. I was at the solicitor's last night and he told me about this development in Bondi Road near where opposite Wellington Street Public School, where there was a church, and apparently it's been bought by Mirvac, and Mirvac opened it up like a stampede, one of those old Western cowboy land claim events where people had to run to actually buy the property that they had offered a price for. And it sounded just horrendous and was full of Chinese investors. And he said that he got one and they had to run. It's like very strange. But that's a beautiful old church on the corner of Bondi Road and Wellington Street, and it's now the council has actually incorporated the park into that development. Full stop new line. I've not seen anything mentioned about this in any of the local papers. So there is some very strange, very weird, very corrupt things going on in the property market. Full stop new line. When you get those things, that's in excesses of booms and all that sort of thing. Full stop new line. In any event, what that does is it eventually creates overcapacity, and then the property market goes down, and we can see that the property index is not doing that well, despite the fact that the Reserve Bank is saying there might be a lower interest rate move. Full stop new line. Pick a property stock. SGP.ASX. Investors time frame, Colin, no change to the analysis. Still has potential for $3.94. Full stop new line. If you are long and you want to stop out, have your stop loss at $4.12. Full stop new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. On the intermediate time frame, we don't see a lot of anything much other than it's breaking down below old tops, and so it's a little bit untrustworthy unless it can close above $4.28. Full stop new line. It is on Bullhorn's warnings, and it is declining on falling volume. So, but I do think the best pickup area would be $3.94 with a stop loss below $3.80. Full stop new line. Traders time frame, Colin, we see some triple sets coming in, which is nice. And that would target $4.06 on a breakdown below $4.14. XTJ.ASX new line. It's tried to rally back into overhead resistance again and retracements and sort of failed. So if it broke down below 2153, then expect 2072 in continuation of the emerging downtrend. Full stop new line. Pick a telecom stock. AMM.ASX new line. This is a hard chart to argue with on the investors time frame, full stop. Has the capacity for higher. Best idea would be to have a stop loss at $2.27 and hope for $3, full stop new line. You could buy dips down towards $2.51 if you get them, full stop new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. Just a second, my mum's calling all the time. Hi, Mum, still in the webinar? I got it. I'll give you a call back.
Okay. Listen, I'd like to sing a place.
Well, I've got it. I'll talk. Can I? I'm just in the webinar, Mum. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. On the intermediate time frame, there was an incredible pop yesterday. I have no idea what that was about, but settling back down to $2.51 would make sense. Full stop new line. Down there, you can try it with a stop loss below $2.38. Full stop new line. Traders time frame, Colin. On the traders time frame, you've got support around the $2.66. And you would look to buy it there with a stop loss below $2.47. Full stop new line. And who's taking over who on is Amcom being taken over, or is it Vocus and Vodo, whoever these people are? Sound like a goose, really, don't I? Vodo. Oh, okay. So, what price was the Vocus takeover at? $2.50 or something? $3, or is it a share swap? What is it? $2.70. So it's worthwhile buying down there. Okay. VOC.ASX, new line. Investors time frame, Colin. Vocus itself really doesn't have a lot of excitement to me at the moment. It's in a bit of a triangle. It's slightly negative. Full stop, new line. So to the extent that the takeover of AMM.ASX is earnings accretive, then the cost of purchasing AMM.ASX by VOC.ASX should mean a slight increase in interest carrying charge. Yes, I smoked some crack just then. Full stop, new line. Now, Vocus probably goes up in the long run, but at the moment I would be suspicious of how it's going to go at the moment. Full stop, new line. So you're better off buying into AMM.ASX, full stop, new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. Generally, it's not the best concept to buy Vocus until after early August. And so it's the top end of the triangle. So if you've got a chance, I'd take some profit in Vocus.ASX, full stop, new line. If you are long, have your stop loss at $5.74, full stop, new line. I'm sorry I'm being so slow. It's just that the dragon is not as fast as my words and it's taking a long time to process. Traders time frame, Colin. On the traders time frame, we do see a double top there, so please have your stop loss ready and willing and waiting to be executed on a break below $5.78. Or if you're a bit more scared about that, have it on a break below $5.87. Full stop me line. INN.ASX new line. And yes, I meant IIN. Investors time frame, colon. No real change to the analysis I did last time. I think we're looking down towards $8.63. Full stop new line. That should be worth a flutter down there with a stop loss below $8.10. Full stop new line. Intermediate time frame, colon. On the intermediate time frame, we can see that it's backing off. Volume's been a little bit heavier to the downside. So that gives us an idea of about $9 or $9.31. Should it get down into that zone? Full stop new line. The stop loss would be at $8.27 if you're thinking, oh, $8.97. If you're thinking of buying down there. I'm sorry about all the phone calls. Real estate agents, once you give them your phone number, they use it to death. Even though you tell them, don't contact me before 10:30 in the morning or every day, or before 11:30 in the morning, Mondays. Traders time frame, colon. On this time frame, if this broke down below $9.56, we won't like it, looking for $9.21. Full stop new line. If you're thinking of shorting something, that might be an opportunity generally. If it does get above $9.75, then it's back to the upside. I'd prefer to play the upside interest game in the long run rather than shorting it. But if you want to short it, there's something there that is technically okay. Full stop new line. XSO.ASX new line. On the XSO, 2132 is still the target. conclusive evidence that this has changed trend might be 21.65, full stop new line. Small and mid-cap stocks, top 50 stocks questions. AZJ.ASX new line. Investors time frame, Colin. Still targeting towards $5.58, although I believe you should be cashing in your chips on a large amount of the portfolio at that level if you get it, full stop new line. Currently, you should have a stop loss at $4.97 if you get long, full stop new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. On the intermediate time frame, we see that tempting, alluring $5.58. We also see a five-wave structure in the current rally. And so if you are wanting to bank some cash, that is the place to do so, full stop new line. You might even consider selling out of AZJ.ASX and buying into WOW.ASX, which we will look at shortly, full stop new line. If you are long on this time frame right now, we will have a stop loss at $5.12, full stop new line. I'm sorry, my computer has decided not to do anything I want it to do right now. And I need to find out what's stopping it. Traders time frame, Colin. We can see that the drift is up. We can see that there's probably a fourth wave. We can see that it's done a nice ratio. So we're sort of just hoping for that extra little spark. Full stop new line. If you are long on this time frame and you're nervous, then maybe have your stop loss at $5.18, full stop new line. WOW.ASX. WOW.ASX, new line. It is reported that Woolworths CEO is gone and 12,000 job cuts or 1,200 job cuts have been made. Full stop, new line. Now, I just wonder how many job cuts would be out of school kids and part-time workers, question mark. In any event, we have been focusing on the $25.04 area for quite some time in Woolworths.
Lindsay's date of birth. Lindsay's date of birth.
Yes, I'm thinking 24/6/1994. Investors time frame, colon. Investors time frame, colon. I really would like to buy this and be friends with Howard Coleman. If I buy this and tell you to buy this, would Howard Coleman become my friend? I'm sorry, there's just all hell broke loose, and as I'd had to run in and ask for a bloody birth date on my kid, and I'm just going, how can I do this all at the same time? Investors who have been holding off since the $35 area where I issued my first warning and the $30 area where I issued the warning to get out should start to get back in over the next couple of days, particularly if you get it down towards $25.04 and $24.90. Full stop, new line. The news of the CEO's axing is a little premature for my liking. However, hopefully it propels it down into that lower area, and they think that it is going to be worse news to come. One moment, please.
Medibag. What did they use? Where did they used to come from? Which card? And is it?
What do you mean?
I'm changing to.
I think it was out of your bank account, and I put money into your bank account.
The normal saving.
I guess, yeah,
Personal.
yeah. I have it come out of your normal personal bank account. That's where I put.
So it's not on a business or anything.
No. John's just come up with the news for it. John's just come up with the news for Woolworths. Full stop, me line. The spin doctors call it a retirement. I think it's being shot because of a falling share price. Full stop, me line. I'm sorry for all these disruptions. It's really got my head going as well. Intermediate time frame colon. On the intermediate time frame, we see decreasing volume as price falls. So we are in a setup situation. We do want to buy Woolworths on a breakup above $27.65 for a new PHG trade. The stop loss, if it breaks up, will be at $27.04. Full stop, new line. Traders time frame colon. On the traders time frame, the breakup will be above $27.40 rather than $27.04. Shorter term opportunities to buy come in at $26.18 if there is a good panic. Full stop, new line. If you are buying, your stop loss should be below $25.90 on the shorter time frame. Full stop, new line. A dead CEO is a great opportunity to buy stocks. Full stop, new line. In a company that has not been doing well. However, there is no appointment made, so Woolworths will suffer from a bit of limbo dancing. Small and mid-cap stocks questions, new line. en.asx. Investors time frame, Colin. Investors time frame, Colin. Investors time frame, Colin. On the investors time frame, there's a bit more volume there. I believe Rupert Murdoch is buying into it, and you'd buy a break above 28 cents to go with Rupert, looking for 40 cents and maybe 69 cents. Full stop, new line. Your stop loss is at 21 cents. If buying, comma. Intermediate time frame, Colin. It's curious that the news came out yesterday and yet the share price didn't really move all that much. Full stop, new line. Therefore, you might see a little bit of a pullback down to 24 cents. That would be a buy with a stop loss below 21 cents. And your target would be 30 cents. Full stop, new line. Traders time frame, Colin. Currently, it's a little bit of confused and it's a bit of a triangle. So if you felt that you wanted to go long, it would be okay with a stop loss below 25 cents on a shorter term basis, looking for those higher targets towards 28 cents or 30 cents. Full stop, new line. As you probably saw by my machine, Woolworths has broken back through $27. Zip.asx, new line. Investors time frame, Colin. Not much to add from what I said last time about this. Probably looking at $1.50. Full stop, new line. It has come a long way. Full stop, new line. Tips to buy are down towards 82 cents with a stop loss below 69 cents. Full stop, new line. Intermediate time frame, Colin. We see it's had a nice little pullback, and the immediate target is towards $1.16. More in a churning range for this. Full stop, new line. If it does want to have a pullback down to 85 cents or 88 cents, that is the buy zone also. And if you're buying there, you would have your stop loss below 80 cents. Full stop, new line. traders time frame, Colin. On the traders time frame, if you are buying this, it's okay to do so. Looking for those higher targets, $1.15, $1.17, with a stop loss below $1. Volume perked up, and so I think you may as well give it a go. Full stop my line. I feel pretty bruised after that. That was torrid with all the phone calls and people walking in the door and shouting. Not just Azad, there's other people walking in the door here too. Okay. Okay. Now we are out of CBA. I'll go through the PHG trades, and I'm quite disappointed about that because that was a nice setup. I don't know what CBA is doing at the moment. Let's go and have a look just to rub salt into the wounds. It's up at $83.84. Hopefully some of you kept it, but CBA is the choice, the bank of choice. What's BHP? Let's have a look at the squiz at that. Nothing doing much on there, still ill. Well, that's yesterday's. Still ill. Woolworths, have a quick. Woolworths has broken up, put us long, and then fallen back down. It's in getting into the zone where it is buy worthy in time and starting to be in price. Now, not sure, the open here was very low. Should have bought it on the open rather than. Anyway, to me, it's a good thing that they've killed the CEO. But limbo is probably the best word I can use for it while they haven't got a CEO. Okay, next one is to look at Wes Farmers by a break of 42.30 or 40.70. Got to 40.88, not quite 42.70. Let's see if it can still get there. Cromwell, break of $1.07. Don't think it's going to happen on that one. Close, no cigar, may do. LNG. LNG has not been wiped off the map yet, but our stop was done at stopped. If you want to get back in, do a LNG BOYB on a break above. See here, it's unfortunate. A break above $4. What's happening today? It's probably off a bit. It's done a few laps of honor. Amazing. Oh, this is the 30-minute chart. Of course it is. 370. Maybe trying to bottom a bit, just short term. I do want to try and get back in on it. That one, FWD by a break above $1.55. and we are just getting into the box on that one. So I think that's probably going to go off. That's highlighted. Sam kept CBA, which is a good thing. I think it was $87, Sam. 85.87 is the first one. 83.29 is next one, which is close. 85.87 is the big one because it marries up with the double top. And there's another one, 87.94, and the big one at $90. Okay, I have to go and meet with the people who are out the door chatting away with like crazy. Talk to you soon, everybody, and sorry for the disruptions. Cheers, bye. I have no control over what people do. I need a bunker. A bunker. They're buried deep in the bloody desert somewhere, so they can't disturb me. See ya.